if you understand this combination, of business insights into your business, you are ahead of most of the competition. And this is a combination of three different things. And I know the headline says two, but there are actually three areas that you need to understand. There are three distinct types of understanding of your business and the way you approach business. And one is your value proposition. What is your unique selling proposition? And what's your elevator pitch? I mean, understanding all three of those, the combination of those three things alone will help you gain insight into your business in a way that most people really are not thinking about it. And that's what I want to talk about in this video, this live cast. And I will have a few videos related to this coming up. What problem does your business solve? That will be the next video. So I highly recommend you check that out. It's really going to help you dig deep and find a combination of ideas that will help you understand truly what problem do you solve. Because if you understand that, again, you're going to be able to make greater strides at a faster pace than maybe other people in the same industry that you find yourself in. So a unique selling proposition, what some people call a USP, is a statement about what makes you or your company or your brand, your product or service different from other people, other companies. What is that thing? And I think sometimes we make a big mistake when we say, well, it's obviously service. That's it. It's our service. We are the best because of service. And let me tell you something, that can't be how you start out. You need to have something better. Service is implied. Service is what it just has to be. Now, there are some companies that are very creative that are doing a great job with service. Obviously the old standby being Zappos, how they started off so big and how Zappos just set a new standard for service. And they also made up many of the, kind of legends and that are out there. I mean, they made a big effort to show people how far they would go. But generally, when you're talking about service, it's kind of like saying, hey, we're the coolest people in town. We've got the coolest products. We're the coolest. You can't do that. You can't say that. You have to let your customers say that. You have to let other people say that. And then maybe you can embrace that the community who has appointed you as a high level service company. You should certainly have that goal, but you can't make that statement first. And that's the main thing. Hey, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Welcome to everyone that is here. This is and everybody who's on the replay, this channel, I narrow down into the whole combination realm. One tactic, one idea is powerful, but it's usually a combination of tactics and ideas that are even more so. And understanding what your unique value proposition is, or your unique selling proposition, or even just understanding what your best elevator pitch is alone is okay. But really understanding all three of those, and not only knowing all three, but when to use them. That is really important. Understanding the difference between them. Unique selling proposition is different from the value proposition in this way. And I think a lot of times we don't understand the difference. The value proposition is much of anything what the customer is going to get out of using your product or service. Understanding that, going back to that idea, which is the next video, which will be a pre-recorded upload, what problem do you solve? stepping into the client's shoes and saying, hey, what are you going to get? What are the expectations from that, from the experience of buying our product and service? And the value proposition is just more why we're different. And that can, they certainly can intermix, and it certainly is the kind of cross paths a little bit there, but still, there are different understandings if you really dig down deep and understand why. And I'm going to share some tips that will help you in this process in a few moments. But I want to get into the elevator pitch. Now, some people like the elevator pitch, some people don't, and that's fine. But I think it's handy. It's very helpful. It helps you think about who is that target audience and what can you say to them that in many ways satisfies the first two, a unique value, your value proposition or unique selling proposition. But what can you say in 2 or 3 sentences that will really encapsulate all of that? And knowing when to say it. You can't say it to everyone, but you can make the statement, the elevator pitch, to someone who really would care. So understanding that and when to use it is really important. So having that arsenal of all 3 of those, digging down deep. So what I recommend is that you really do write this stuff down. You've heard it all before. I am not standing here saying, wow, this is something new. It's been out there for a while. However, I think it really is important that you actually take the time, which most of us have not, to write down our value proposition. What is it that the customer is going to get in the end, and why will they find value in it? Because you can do so much more. You can talk to the customer so much better when you're taking it from their perspective. And then your unique selling proposition is, why different? Why? Yes, there are a few other people who can satisfy that problem, but here's why we're different. Here's what separates us from the competition. What we refer to on this channel as the combination code. And usually it's a combination of something else. I mean, all the vendors have this base, core talent, service, product, whatever it may be. And then you combine something else to separate yourself from the competition. We refer to that as the combination code. And as I say, that your sale, your service, your warranty, your guarantee, you got to throw those out the window. They're important. They can be even a closing element. However, it needs to be something deeper than that. And quite often it is a style, a technology. I mean, it can be something that you are combining that nobody has combined before. It could be from a totally different part, from a different industry. There are a number of ways to approach this. But write it down. Write it down. Write down each one of these things. Put the headline, elevator pitch, unique selling proposition, value proposition, and write down what these are and refine them and refine them and refine them so you really know, and then know when to best use them. And again, take away the stuff that is that surface stuff and start asking why. Why you? And keep asking why. And more you ask why, and I know over the last 10 years, the whole concept of the why has become more and more prevalent. More and more people talk about that. But truly, just the simple question of why. I came from a journalism background, so the question of why, and keep asking more why has been around with us a long time. And really being able to, when someone gives you an answer or you give an answer as to why somebody or a feature or a benefit, and then ask why about that feature and benefit. Why is that feature or that benefit important? Keep asking why, and you'll be amazed at what you'll find. You'll find some amazing insight into what you offer that'll allow you to create marketing programs, that'll allow you to maybe find, let's talk about the combination. On this channel, we have a combination. It's 7531. And when you understand some of these basics, it helps you discover, okay, here are some other sources of income. It may not satisfy all 7 with your core, but allow you to find, okay, maybe there's some other sources of income based on digging down deep. You can find some other problems that maybe you can solve or services that you can offer. And maybe finding the right people. Our 5 people that support your business. And most of them are outside the business, but some could be in, because hiring good people is important. And maybe 1 or 2 of them are inside. But I often recommend that these are 5 people outside of your business. And understanding this basic information can help you decide who these people should be. Now, many of us have more than 5 core people, but nor do you ever have to say that, hey, you're one of my 5. You don't have to do that. It's not a cell phone commercial, right? It's just an understanding, being mindful of the fact that these 5 people are really important to me, and they're there for me, and they've said they'd be there for me to answer these questions that help me grow my business. The processes, well, when you understand your value proposition, you understand what processes you need to improve that value to the customer. So having 3 processes that you're always working on to improve. And again, some people have 1, some people have 5, but I think 3 is a good starting point because most people aren't even thinking about it. And then, of course, channel building is number 1, which of course is very important in its own right. And that's where you can share. And sometimes understanding these things, such as, which platforms may be best to share your value. Maybe you need video to explain. Maybe the written word, a big long blog post. Maybe it's just visual on Instagram or Pinterest. There are a number of different reasons you would go. So which media platform will present your value best? And so that these kind of things really do all fit together to help you grow your business. And quite honestly, taking the time to sit back and think about it all and then revisit it every once in a while can be a big deal. So maybe revisit this video once in a while, revisit the other videos coming up. Again, taking the time to think about the problem that your business solves. And the other one is how to add value. That's another video coming up. On Friday, my video continuing the series on how they made a $100,000 business, how they created a 6-figure business. I have my first video of somebody else. It's an interview, and that's Michelangelo Caruso who will do that. And then I have some other folks lined up, and those will come out every Friday. So yeah, so those will be fun. Those are fun interviews. I'm continuing to do them. I'll probably have 5 or 6 in total, and then continue to roll out these videos to help us as we grow our businesses. I think it's super important, adding value and ideas. I'd like to hear your ideas, what it is that you feel we should talk about and dig deep into, and tools that can support us too. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate all of you who've come live as well as on the replay. You have a great day.